Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 11, where we blame the dryer for shrinking our clothes, but it turns out it's the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's true.
We're just two old guys reselling in our backyard, out of sheds in our backyard, on platforms like eBay and whatnot. I am Chris, the old school picker. Along beside me is my co-host, Caleb from the Old Pass. Introduce yourself, Caleb.
If you don't know me by now, you probably don't want to. I'm Caleb from the Old Pass.
Well, hopefully we're getting some new people in.
Yeah.
Not on the YouTube side. That's Dragon Tail. But hey, we are doing good on the Spotify side. So that's
Spotify,
really
Apple. Yeah, those
really
two are doing good.
That blows my mind because I thought it would be the total opposite.
Well, it's been a slow grow too, but it has made its way up. So
yeah,
we're not blowing it out of the water or anything, guys, but we're growing over there. So we're happy to have you.
It's about 10 times more than I thought it would ever be over there.
Yeah, me too.
Already. So that's good. But yes, our growth on YouTube has been a slow growth. I knew we would have an initial push just based off my old school picker channel, which how in the world have I got almost 7,000 subs over there? I get roughly 12 to 2,000, sometimes 2,500 views per episode over there. And we can't get more than 600 people over here to sub.
I don't know. Why is that? What'd you do to those people?
I don't know. I'm going to have to rethink that best viewers on YouTube. No.
Oh, you better not.
I'm joking. But only 600.
I happen to be one of those viewers, so you better not be saying that stuff.
Well, only 600 of them are better. The other 7,400, no. I just dropped my sub count over there now. But anyways, how's it been going? Hadn't talked in a few days. Me and Caleb both have been extremely busy with personal life stuff. How's everything been going?
Busy,
so
busy, man. Yeah, had the first whatnot last Thursday, which we can kind of dive into that in a minute. But had that, and then personal life stuff, and just, man, eBay blew up for me. Like, I mean, busy, really busy.
eBay blew up for me. All right. Like a sinking ship.
Sorry about that.
Oh man, it's so funny. Last week I was talking about how great eBay had been going, and listen, this last week hasn't been horrible, but it's been far from great. Mine, Caleb has been doing great over there and crushing it, and that's awesome. But mine has been great today, so
that's good.
It's 2:00 at the time of recording this, and I'm at 2:23, so better today for sure. But it's been a little slow for me. But now there may be a reason for that. I did drop my promoted listings down about a week ago too. Yeah. So, well, I'm tired of giving eBay a ton of change every month.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. But we got a lot to talk about on the eBay side and the whatnot side this week for sure. What are you going to talk about first, eBay or whatnot?
First, right off the bat, I think we need to mention the Highway 127 Pickin The Plateau Meetup, man.
Yes. Is anybody coming at this point?
Yeah. If you're not coming, come on. Anyway.
Yes.
And hang out.
Well, if you're going to be in the Crossville area during the Highway 127 sale, which a ton of people are going to be in the Crossville area. Now, how many of those are listening to this? I don't know. Probably not many, not enough. But if you are, we are planning a meetup August 4th at 5:36. What time?
Yeah, 5:30, I think. Yeah,
5:30. Tickets. The details for the tickets is in the description down below. So get your tickets. Kids 12 and under. Is it? Eat
12
free.
And under free. Yep.
Eat free. So don't buy them a ticket. Just let us know they're coming.
Yep.
And so pretty excited about it. We'll have a pretty big turnout if we don't sell any more tickets. But I would love to sell 20 more. If we could sell 20 more tickets, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, we want everybody to show up, but
Mhm.
we're limited to how many we can have. But man, we want to have a good crowd just because we want to have a good time,
Mhm.
Come hang out with the two old guys. And I can promise you this, you're going to get fed good.
Mhm.
I heard, somebody complaining about their food at their meetup last year.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be like that at this meetup. I can promise you that.
I can't say much for that though. I know the people that prepared the food last year.
Well, see, I mean,
and they're good
if you
people.
do your best, I ain't gonna complain. If you did your best, I'm gonna say thanks and go on.
No, it was good. But yes.
But then again, the person complaining,
Well, I mean,
sometimes.
that's Kevin Commonwealth Picker. He complains about everything.
No, it wasn't him. It was some guy that can't focus. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Little ADHD, huh?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
No, it was a good turnout last year. Good time.
Yeah.
But
and, to say that we're not trying to compete with what they did or nothing. I mean,
well, we're gonna talk about some competition with those guys very, very soon in the comment of the week.
Oh, competition!
Yeah,
you got me excited now.
Well, let's be honest. The meetup, they may not be as many people at ours this year, but it's going to be a better place for sure. The venue is no comparison.
Top notch, man.
We smoked their tail on the venue.
Yeah, it is awesome. I mean, the historic value of this venue alone is worth coming to see. Just that. Plus, you get to meet the two old guys. And our better halves, who really are the keys to our success. But anyway, you get to come meet the two old guys, and you get good food. And good times. I mean, we're just going to have a good time. We're going to give some stuff away. Chris don't know this yet. He's writing me a check tonight for like $4,000 for all the giveaways. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna have a good time.
I will write over what we have made so far on YouTube on this channel.
Okay. You just leave it blank then. That's fine.
It's blank. Yeah, that's right. All right. So here we are 7 minutes in and not talked about nothing, but that's what we do over here.
Ain't that what we're all about?
So let's talk first about the Whatnot auction. Now, I'm going to tell you my views on your Whatnot auction from my side. Because I was watching it as just someone who was watching a Whatnot auction, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought for your first one, it was like super good. Super good.
Thank you.
It was very organized. Here's my problem with people doing Whatnot auctions. So many people that do Whatnot auctions go on there and they take their camera, they show you what they have available, and they say, let me know if you want to run it. And
I can't stand
5 minutes later, they might finally be doing an auction. I can't stand that. I don't think that's what the platform was meant for. Nope. If people do it that way, that's fine. And I get it in certain areas, but man, I have sat and tried to watch people that have some good stuff, but they're doing an auction about every 5 minutes. I can't stand that. I want 2 auctions per minute,
Or it's auction by request only. I
don't like that.
You want to sell it on, do a marketplace sale, but
and I get it because doing it the way you did it is the way I done mine. You have your items pre-listed, and I get why people don't like doing it that way, because if they go in your marketplace store, they can scroll through all your auctions, and if they don't see anything they're interested in, they click out. Well, you know what? If you ain't got nothing that they're interested in, they wasn't going to buy anything anyway. So go ahead and list your items, people, and whatnot. That just blows my mind that I mean, what could take 45 minutes or an hour takes people 6 hours to run 20 items. So I can't stand that. So number one, hats off to you for doing it the right way, in my opinion. Now, other people are going to have a different opinion. I thought you was very calm. I didn't see really any nerves. You shocked me that you put yourself on camera, because I wasn't expecting that, especially before the auction. I
can't believe anybody stayed in there with this ugly mug on camera.
Yeah, he done it before the auction, and you ran, 20, 25 people solid all the way through?
I guess,
Yeah, I think so. 20, 25 people. I think he was averaging 22-ish mark, if I remember right. So that was good. Had a lot of good items. You lotted quite a bit of stuff up, which probably is good idea too, especially if it's cheaper items.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it went really good as a viewer, and I did buy several things. And
You did, yeah.
How many items did you ran? What, like 60?
We ran a total of 58, and I did a little bit of an experiment. We had 50 pre-listed.
Let me ask one question first. Of those 58 auctions, how many items did not sell?
I think it was like 7.
So not bad. 51 out of 58 auctions. So
we had 51 total go out.
In my opinion, that's success.
Yeah.
That's the success I'm looking for as if I'm doing a whatnot auction. It's not even necessarily the money, because most of my items I will price at what I'm willing to let them go. Now, some of it I will price a little cheap because I know they're going to get bids. But to just get rid of 51 out of 58 auctions, yes, and items, well, you probably got rid of what, like 80 or 90 items because you had lots of them.
Yeah.
So pretty successful in my opinion as a watcher and a viewer.
Yeah,
Now tell me your side of it as the person doing it and the business part of it and how you did. You can share as much as you want to on that.
Well, no, I mean, we listed 50, for everybody to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I as I watched a few videos, people said pre-listing's good. Mm-hmm. I heard both sides of that argument about maintaining the mystery and the surprise, or pre-listing and getting in those that really want to buy what you got. I heard both sides of that. So I decided to pre-list my 50, and then me and Tanya talked about it. We come up with the idea of doing like 8 more things. I believe it was 8 more things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 8 more things without pre-list. I mean, they was pre-listed, but they wasn't active. So I just added them at the end as a little bonus surprise. 8 more items.
So the viewers that was watching could only see the 50 active and could not see the 8 bonus items. And I'll be honest, I never thought to do that. I did think about, adding some stuff at the end of my auction, but I didn't think about having them listed already and just moving them from unlisted to active, which in my opinion was a genius idea. And I'm sure it's been done before, I'm sure, but I hadn't seen it and I've not ever thought about it. So I am going to steal that idea.
All right, go for it, man.
Yeah. But that's a good idea because, okay, you got your 50 items. Everybody knows what you got, blah, blah, blah. But those, whether you do 8 items at the end or 20 items or how many ever items you got a little bit of mystery to keep people watching to the end. So I thought that was a really good idea. And you brought
and you get your devoted buyers too. So, I mean, it was a little bit of the win-win, all the way around. I thought, I mean, that's kind of what me and Tanya was talking about. And I thought that was okay. As far as the auction itself, I thought that was pretty easy. Tanya was here at this computer and she'd start it when I told her to start it. And I ran them from the desk right there. I had it pulled up on this screen. I could see what was going on big time up on my screen. And I had my phone, I mean, it was, our setup in here lent itself to being easy for it to work well. We got this table on the other side here, over here. Mm-hmm. That's currently full of stuff that nobody can see because they think I've got a perfect shed all the time. It's not perfect. I'll give you guys a little preview. Look over there. It's full of stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I mean, it just, it went pretty good, the auction side. Now, after it was over, we made the decision, let's go ahead and pack everything tonight. That probably wasn't our best decision because it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was just a lot, but I appreciate everybody that bought, man, because it was unreal. I mean, we did sell 51 with 2 giveaways. Okay, we sold 49, 2 giveaways, 51 out of 58 was moved.
Pretty successful.
I can't complain about that. Now, how quick will I have another one? It may be a while. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It may be a while before I get that courage built back up because it was a lot of work.
It's the auction is actually the easiest part.
That was the
actual auction is the easiest part. Mm-hmm. Other than nerves, that's really the only problem with the live auction part. The the pre-listing, it's easier than listing on eBay by like 1 million. But,
oh yeah,
anytime you're going to run 50, 60, that last auction I did was 75 auctions. That's a lot of work ahead of the auction, but it pays off when it's time to do the auction.
Oh, just boom. You
got them on there. It's ready to go. In my opinion, it's the way to go. It's what helps keep an audience, in my opinion. Now, I can see the argument. Everybody knows what you got, as I said earlier. And if they don't see anything you like, they got, or that you've got, they're going to click out. Well, that's true. But if you run those same 50 items and don't pre-list them, people's going to, if they're not interested in it, they're not going to buy it in the first place. So,
yeah. And I mean, the other side of that argument, I want followers who want to buy what I got.
Right.
I don't want people to hang out. I mean, I'd rather have 100 followers that want to see every auction I have than to have 10,000 that 500 of them might show up,
Well, I mean, it's kind of like YouTube. I mean, once you get to 1,000 subs, it don't matter if you got 100,000 subs. It matters how many views you get. And that's the same thing with eBay. You can have 100,000 items listed. If it ain't something anybody wants, then you've got 100,000 items listed on eBay. And, I was happy. I thought you done great. I thought it went really good. I recommend it. Would you recommend it at this point?
I mean, if you're looking, here's the thing with me. Okay, I'll just go ahead and give away my game plan. Mm-hmm. If it's worth selling on eBay, it's going on eBay.
Right.
That's my personal opinion. But if I buy a box full of toys and there's a bunch in there that's like $3 toys, $2 toys on eBay, maybe I will make a lot, like those Batman toys. I'm sure there's a few of those Batman toys that was worth $5-6 on eBay. Right. Maybe even more than that. But if I could find a lot of stuff like that, lot up a few of the not so good things and maybe make $15 instead of storing it for a year, because that stuff don't move fast at all. Mm-hmm. It's really slow. Why not use this space here for the stuff that's going to move like that, and then whatnot, the stuff that's not going to, Right. But I mean, that to me is the value of whatnot. It helps liquidate some of your not so good inventory. It gives you a little bit of capital, you know. Because we done okay. I mean, we done okay on sales, like $250, something like that. Tips was unreal. I mean, you and Shannon, thank you for that. You guys did not have to do that. Tipped us, both of them, guys. Not just Shannon, but Chris and Shannon.
He told us he would give us $20 if we'd tip him $10.
I did not. What a liar.
Now, you did do something different that I did not do on my previous 2 auctions. And I want to ask you about this. And I don't even know that if you meant to or not. I think you meant to. But you did the flat rate shipping of $8.35, I think it is. And then yeah, you did.
I don't know.
Yeah, the first purchase was flat rate shipping of $8.35, and then anything after that was free shipping. I don't know if you meant to do that.
I have no idea how I did that. All I did was when it asked me for a listing, I weighed every item and I put in the weight. If I turn something on, I don't know how.
But you must have selected, because there is Whatnot's in process of changing their shipping, and there is an option to use a flat rate box, a large flat rate box.
I didn't do that.
No, I know you didn't, but that's how you charged for it. And it's $8.35, anything that fits in that box, and everything after that is free, which is a good deal for the buyer. The problem with that is if I come in there and buy 15 things and 13 of them fit in that box and the other 2 don't, then the seller is responsible for the extra shipping. And I was going to ask if you got hit with any extra shipping fees on Whatnot.
Probably. I haven't really looked yet.
Yeah.
Sure I did.
I think that's how it works. I know because Mary, GG Collectibles, she bought several things from you. She lives all the way out in California. And I noticed after the first thing she bought, she said, "Oh, wow, free shipping. Awesome. I'll buy some more." So it did probably help you on sales. And then I noticed when I bought something, it charged me, I think it's $8.35 shipping. And then everything else I bought after that didn't charge me shipping. So I was like,
wow,
cha-ching, 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 I'm buying, I've
already yours was cheap shipping. Though, so yours didn't cost me like $9 or something.
Well,
so that's all right.
Yeah, you could have hand delivered mine. So
oh yeah.
But I was just wondering if you meant to do that. So
no. See, that's a rookie mistake, but whatnot.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Did you have any orders that you had to use 2 boxes for?
Oh, no.
Mm-mm. So it probably didn't hurt you then.
But I didn't flat rate anything. I use all my own stuff. I don't flat rate nothing.
Right.
So
you probably cheated whatnot then.
No, I probably cheated me.
No, I don't know. I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. I'm still a whatnot rookie too, but I know that you had the flat rate shipping turned on because it charged the original $8.35, whatever it is, $8.35, $8.65, whatever it is. And then it didn't charge shipping after that.
Well, I have to look into that one because like Gigi's. Now that you mention it, hers was probably like $12 to $14 or something, which is fine. I mean, she spent enough that even if if she would have bought, she bought like 5 things or something.
Well, I know there was options there when I was first doing mine to change that, and you could use that what I was talking about, or you could use the typical thing where you just weigh each item, and that's how I've been doing it. But
I weighed everything and I entered the weight. That's weird.
Yeah,
that is weird.
So I don't know. Basically, we have no idea what we're talking about.
That's probably right.
But I know it didn't charge me shipping after that first initial purchase.
That's good for everybody, which, everybody paid enough that I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
But I do want to thank everybody, too. I already thanked you guys for the tip. Kathy sent a tip. Thank you, Kathy.
She's awesome.
Yes. Nathaniel.
Amazing is my word.
Yes, absolutely. Nathaniel and Ashley sent a tip. You guys sent a tip. Mary sent a tip. My own son Logan sent a tip. He's sitting in the house watching.
That was funny.
He said, "Well, I don't want to buy anything because you'd have to ship it to our house." And
that's true.
He said, so I just figured I'd send a tip. I'm like, really? You didn't have to do that. So just good kids.
Have you started getting any payments yet?
Oh yeah, a bunch of them's cleared.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they're all cleared. I think there's a few left out, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you done it last Thursday, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'd say most of yours 6 days.
6 days ago. So yeah, most of them. I think there's like 3 or 4 left to clear, 5 or 6, something like that. Not a whole lot.
I am going to do some more soon. I have actually been before you came on here. I was actually in here pulling some more items off eBay, and I'm going to do one possibly this Sunday. So if you're not following me or Caleb on Whatnot, the links are for that are down below. Go follow us, because I might possibly do one this upcoming Sunday at the time of you guys, most of you people listening to this.
Yeah.
So,
and if 4 of you guys can sign up using Chris's affiliate link, you will pay my debt, and I would appreciate it so very much.
Yes, if you're interested in being a seller or a buyer, if you're interested in being a buyer, me and Caleb both have links for that. But
we got Chris first. Chris first.
No, did I put your selling link in there to be a seller? I think I did. I meant to. Sure. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. If not, it's pinned to the top of his comments, I'm sure. So, yes, another Whatnot auction coming soon by me, and Caleb will do another. You'll do another one, I'm sure, right? Just don't know when. Yeah.
Sometime probably.
It's just so.
Just keep your eyes open, I guess.
Yeah, it's so quick and easy to get rid of.
Yeah. Man, and like you said, out the inventory. I guarantee you that.
Well, to get some of that capital back too, because listen, I'm thinking in the future. Now, it's going to take me a while to get to this point because I've got such a disaster right now as far as moving stuff where it needs to go. But eventually, my death pile won't necessarily be my death pile. It'll be my Whatnot pile. A big portion of it, anyways. Always, you're going to have items that need to go on eBay and that you've just not got to yet. You better have, right? Or you just won't have nothing to list.
Yep.
But a big part of that death pile is going to be Whatnot auctions. And I plan on doing a few more this summer, but I plan on doing a bunch this winter. Come in here, turn the heat on, and just fire up a Whatnot auction.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because
you're still there, you're glitching in and out, man.
I'm still here, brother.
Okay, I see you now.
That's my plan going forward with Whatnot for sure.
While we're on the topic of referrals for Whatnot,
yes,
we have another referral link that you got. And listen, this is not one that just makes us money. It also helps people that sign up. If you don't have an account with Chime, you really should get one, especially if you're a reseller. I'm trying to talk Chris into this too.
I don't even have it.
I've had it for 3 years, 2 years, something like that. And I mean, once you link it to eBay or Whatnot, I don't know if you can link it to Whatnot, but when you link it to eBay, they automatically send it. Every day I get, however many days I get, deposits. It's there. You can send it straight to your bank account. But we will have a link below. And if you sign up for Chime using our link and you make a deposit of $200 within the first 45 days, you get $100, we get $100. That is a deal. I mean,
that is a deal.
So don't make it if you don't need it, but if you need a bank account for this, or you just want another, and it's just an online bank account, same as PayPal, or, a lot of people do Venmo and Cash App and stuff. It's kind of like that, but it's super easy. And I mean, it's, if you sign up, you get that $100, man, that's good. That's
and
good.
If you sign up using our link, I get 75 and Caleb gets 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, Chris, win-win for you, buddy.
Win-win. I did nothing for this link too, by the way, guys. So shout out to Caleb for hooking us up with that.
Mm-hmm. It was just a natural link. We had to have some way of getting our Spotify, which we have no money yet, but any monetization, those quarters are going to pile up, man. They're going to pile up in there quick.
We are officially monetized on there now, right?
We're monetized on the audio side. I guess it works. Spotify is our main account. We've also got a link for that. I think I'll have to look that one up, that you can sign up if you want to ever start a podcast or use Spotify for podcasters, whatever. But yeah, it's going to play ads, like the first one is a referral to Spotify for podcasts. And we're going to start getting some, but we get payouts from Spotify, but we also get it from all the other platforms, but it all comes through Spotify. So I'm not real sure how that works yet, but I just know that we ain't made no money yet. So.
I've not seen a penny of this money yet.
Me neither. Oh.
Okay. All right. So we've talked about Whatnot. I'm sure people have tuned out by now, but we are going to talk about eBay, because quite a bit going on eBay right now. Yeah. Quite a bit going on. We have received, myself and Caleb, and I'm sure pretty much everybody that sells on eBay has received 2 pretty big emails this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. I don't know which one I want to tackle first here, but I guess I'm going to talk about the first one, about the changes in shipping. Now, this is not necessarily changes in eBay shipping. It's changes in USPS shipping, which is going to directly affect eBay sellers and buyers.
Yes, it will.
So my understanding, I've just kind of glanced over these emails. We've got this one and another one. From my understanding, USPS first class packages is going away.
Yep.
Which is going to big time affect me for sure, because I would say 80% of my packages are first class. I would say. I don't sell a lot of big stuff, big heavy stuff. And if it gets over more than 3-4 pounds, 5 pounds, it's going UPS.
Yep.
So very few of my items go priority. 20% maybe, somewhere in that range. But anyways, just guessing, maybe more, maybe less. So USPS first class is going away, which is a huge, huge change. Parcel Select is going away, and Parcel Select Ground, right? Retail Ground. It's changing everything from USPS Parcel Select Ground, USPS First Class, and USPS Retail Ground.
Yep.
Over to USPS Ground Advantage. I'm sure you guys that watch a lot of YouTube have heard about this. It's been talked about for 6-8 months, I guess. And apparently it's getting ready to kick in, I think, in July.
July 5th?
July 9th.
9th. Okay.
The Postal Service will launch its new streamlined product offering for consumers and businesses of all sizes on July 9th, 2023. Yep.
So to clarify, this is not eliminating first class mail. It's eliminating first class packages. There's going to be size requirements changes. So if you're sending a letter first class, you're good.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to send out a box, you're probably not good.
But I was looking over some of these prices, these proposed prices for the USPS Ground Advantage, and it don't sound too bad. A lot of the under 1 pound, because you're going to be able to send. That's the big difference to me in this and first class. You're going to be able to use this for any weight, not just under 16 ounces.
Ain't it up to 70 pounds?
Yes.
I think it's up to 70. So
up to 70 pounds, which pretty much covers everything I've ever sold.
They're just trying to compete with UPS and FedEx is all.
Yes.
That's what they're doing.
But under 16 ounces, which was the old first class, it's pretty comparable to what first class was already. A 4-ounce rate is going to be for zone 1, which is your closest zone. Be like me shipping to Caleb or Caleb shipping to me, will be $4.75.
Yeah, that might be.
It's a little more, I think.
By the time you give the eBay discount, it might be just like a quarter more.
Yes, I do need to clarify that. These are the Postal Service rates, not what the eBay rate will be. What do we get on eBay? A 20%?
It's pretty good. It's like 15, 20%. It's different for each level, order level. But I think first class is like 15, 20%. Pretty good discount.
But here's what I like. So the first class, the Ground Advantage 4-ounce, which is your cheapest weight. Zone 1, $4.75, which is the closest people. Zone 9, which is the furthest away, which would probably be like Alaska for us.
Yeah.
I think California is like zone 7 or 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So zone 9, which is the furthest away for that same 4-ounce package, is only $5.25.
So not a lot of difference, really.
50 cents. So I can ship it to Alaska for 50 cents more than what I can ship it to Caleb, who lives literally 15 minutes from my house. I don't even know if that makes sense or not. Maybe this is why USPS is struggling for money.
They are. But struggling is a nice way to put it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to that was the cheapest. So let's go to the highest as far as first class, what first class used to be, which is 15.9999 ounces, right under the 16-ounce rate. Zone 1, which would be to Caleb, is $7.60.
So basically the cheap priority mail rate.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're starting to get into that priority rate at that point. $7.60. Once again, this is without the eBay discount. Yep. And up to zone 9, which is here's what's going. It's going to confuse shipping right here. Take a little while to get used to, because that same basically 16-ounce package to zone 9 is only $8.55.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee, well, down here on the bottom, we can look at priority, if I can find it. Priority mail, 1 pound, zone 1 would be $7.64. So if I'm going to ship it Ground Advantage to Caleb, I might as well just ship it priority.
Yeah.
But zone 9, that same package, is $18.03.
So pretty good pretty good difference there.
So here's the thing, though, and I do this already on some items, but we're going to have to offer, I think, on most items, options for the buyer for shipping. You can I don't think you can no longer say, hey, this item is 15.99 ounces. I'm just going to offer first class, which is great if Caleb buys it, because it is the it's, what did I say?
475 maybe?
No. 760 for the 16 ounce.
The 16 ounce.
But if I just offer that 760, and this is going to affect you too, because you do free shipping, I can't ship it. Ground Advantage is $8.55 to where priority for a 1 pound rate is like $18. So I think we're going to have to offer 2 different shippings.
May do it.
Which is going to affect you more, I think, than it's going to affect me, because I use calculated shipping and you use free shipping. So what's your plans for that, Caleb?
Putting you on probably to deal with it when I see how it goes the first few days.
Yeah. So, yeah, priority weight over 1 pound would be $21.35 for zone 9. Wow.
See, that's where I would probably just say UPS.
What can you ship a 1 pound item to California for?
Probably about $8 or $9 ish, somewhere in that range.
Well, is this going to end up hurting USPS more than it helps them? Because if you're sitting here saying, I'm just going to ship UPS, well, that's lost customer, lost business for them right there.
I do think it will hurt them in the long run. Because you just said that 80% of your business was first class through UPS post office. How many people operate their business on that same model? There's a ton of people that, I know people that won't sell big stuff at all. They don't like dealing with it. They don't like the hassle of shipping it. They don't like the cost of shipping it. So they stay away from it. But now those same people are going to be like, well, they just took away my cheap shipping option. Not completely, but in certain ways. So is it going to, I think probably some resellers are probably going to quit, and the way, do you remember when they changed the taxes where used to $600 and under, you didn't have to report? Well, I reported, but I made more.
That's fake news.
Fake news. Sorry.
eBay just didn't send anything. If you make $1, you're supposed to report it.
Yeah, right.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah, when
Ray,
they did that,
coming to jail.
I'm coming with you. But when they did that, a lot of resellers dropped out.
That's right.
And reselling, a lot of people have this idea that reselling is easy. We're treasure hunters, man. We find $1 item, we sell it for $100, and we make $99. No, we don't. Use your brain. Think for just a second. I shouldn't say that. That sounds rude, but just for a second, think about it. eBay takes 12 to 15%. That's a chunk gone.
25.
Yep, just gone.
25 if you're promoting like we are.
If you're promoting, there's a quarter gone. And then if you're doing like me, free shipping, there's another probably 10 to 12% gone. At the end of the day, I keep close to 50% average, which I feel like is pretty high.
You're not
Some
saying
people,
I am?
Well, yeah, I am. Yeah. But I'm just saying
He's not
at the end, at the very, I've got this all worked out.
He is Uncle Sam.
I am. Look, great.
No, how much, how much does Uncle Sam get? Like 30% roughly?
It just depends on how much you make, What I made last year, it was like 15, something like that.
Yeah.
12. I don't know.
I always like to figure 30 because I know that's over. So, paying Uncle Sam.
If you count it the way they want you to count it, and you deduct for every little thing that you spend, and I deduct a lot of stuff too, but at the end of the day, you can very easily show that you are not a profitable business. It's stupid. The tax code's crazy.
We are not tax professionals, guys. Go get a
not
CPA.
Even close. Yes. Don't listen to us. Don't say
my
the
reseller Jenny.
My
reseller Jenny. Yeah, my reseller Jenny will help you.
Chris has a link for that.
Yeah, link down below. I won't let Caleb in on that link.
There you go. He's got to get his $40, guys.
Right. But this is going to affect reselling. Big time. Big time. It's not just not just the sellers. It's going to affect buyers.
Yep.
Now, who is it going to bet? It's going to be one or the other. I mean, it's not going to be a 50-50 split. It's going to affect the buyer or seller better than the other. Somebody's going to come out better on it. I'm not 100% sure yet who.
It's like anything else.
To take in.
It's like anything else over time. We're going to get used to it. We're going to figure out how to work with it, and it'll be normal. But for the first initial period of time, it's going to be a change that we're going to have to get used to.
Well, just looking at the chart here, and if you guys got the email, you can click on the USPS link and you can Google it, and it'll give you a breakdown of all the numbers, all the zones, all the weights, and everything. And I'm just sitting here kind of glancing over it right now. I'm kind of like Caleb. I'm not too worried about it until I had a comment here about 2 or 3 months ago and said, "Hey, how are you going to resell after the new Ground Advantage comes along?" I'm like, the same way I resell the last 21 years. This ain't the first time USPS has changed. It's changed. I remember when medium flat rate boxes used to be $7.50.
Yeah. Boy, that's a day or two ago.
What are they? Well, yeah. What are they now?
The mediums are like, last time I used one, wasn't they like $14?
I'll tell you in just a minute because they're going up too. A medium flat rate box is going to $14.75. So it's more than, I think it was $7.75. So it's almost doubled since I started reselling on eBay. So, but listen, this is not just going to affect eBay. It's going to affect every platform you sell on or buy on. It's going to affect Walmart.com. It's going to affect Amazon. It's going to, maybe not at first because I know they have their own worked out. But it will eventually affect it. I promise you. So, but where else are you going to get the stuff other than online at this point? Because how many retail stores are there left in the world? Walmart, and that's pretty much it.
Brick and mortar's going away.
Yeah. So just get used to it. Do your homework, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to offer, which is simple, to offer more than one shipping option. I already do it on, like, my big heavy stuff. I usually will pick USPS first option, but I usually will give people the option for priority. Now, granted, usually it's more, but a lot of people don't. I've over the years, I've got a lot of emails from customers and said, hey, I don't trust USPS. I live in the hood. I've got that email before several times, please ship this priority. So I do give options on shipping, but I think moving forward, I think the best option is going to be giving options on a lot of stuff, if not
maybe
under 1 pound.
Indeed, it may be.
No, excuse me, over 1 pound. Over 1 pound. Once you get over that 12-ounce rate, probably. But now also it depends on what kind of discount we get on eBay too. It's really hard to say until we start seeing those prices, eBay prices, because
I think there will be some benefits too. Because if you have that item that weighs 1 pound and 6 ounces, well, you just got another option. Right. But if it weighs 12.5 or 13 ounces, is it good or bad? Well, that's yet to be seen.
Right. It's worth looking at, though. If you
look forward to.
Well, okay, let's look at this. A 2 pound package. Now, keep in mind, too, if you use Ground Advantage, you got to use your own box. To where priority, you can use priority boxes for now.
Yep.
But the 2 pound box going to Zone 9, Ground Advantage is $14.90. That same package, 2-pound package going priority zone 9 is $18.03. No, excuse me. $27.59.
So that helps.
So Ground Advantage on the 2-pound item for zone 9 is going to be way cheaper.
So I think they'll be good and bad, just like anything else.
It is, and it's going to take some getting used to. But I'm just sitting here processing this, because I just got this email just the other day. I'm sitting here thinking about this. I'm like, now I'm going to have to think about keeping more boxes on hand, because, a 2-pound item would just normally go in a number 7 box that USPS provides. Well, now if I use Ground Advantage, I can't use that same number 7 priority box. So it's going to affect a lot more than just money. You're going to have to keep more boxes on hand, and you're going to have, I think, give customers more choices. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, especially somebody like me who has been using the old way for 20 years. So
see, I'm ready for this, man. I already use my own boxes, so I'm already good with that.
Do what?
I don't use any priority mail boxes whatsoever.
Why?
I never have.
Why?
Because I can do it just as cheap, minus the cost of the box.
Okay, that's a big minus.
Well, sometimes 50 cents difference. Maybe.
So you're buying your own boxes.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Well, let's see.
For priority.
Yeah, I buy pretty much all my own boxes.
Wow.
But now listen, I use.
This is where our relationship ends. I don't understand this. Help me understand this.
Okay. That same flat rate box. Now, and I know not flat rate is not the same.
Number 7.
Okay, a number 7. I've never
12 by 12 by 8.
Okay, I have a 12 by 10 by 8.
Okay.
I get it for free with my eBay credit. Store credit. Not everybody can do that. It's all about strategy.
Yeah, but you could use that for something else.
What else am I going to use it for? I don't like eBay's tape. I don't like their envelopes.
Buy their envelopes and send them to me, and I'll trade you some number 7 boxes for them. I can't believe this.
I've tried to use priority stuff, and a lot of times the only time I find it to be to my advantage is if I'm doing heavier stuff. I don't know why, but if I'm doing
I'm not understanding this.
If I was doing a small package, first class, maybe better.
No, you can't use priority boxes for first class items.
Well, see, there you go.
But you can use priority boxes for priority mail.
I don't send that much priority mail. I do, but
I noticed my whatnot order came in a regular box, and I was like, why did he not use a priority box? This makes no sense, Caleb. They're free.
I bought that box. Okay. Wow. How I work this out, since I have an eBay store, we get a $50 credit.
I feel the title for this video coming right here in just a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. So we get this $50 credit every 3 months if you have a store membership account.
I get it.
I use every 3 months. I don't, I do have to buy a few boxes here and there, but I use eBay shipping supplies, the 12 by 10 by 8, the 8 by 6 by 4, the 12 by 6 by 6, and that's it. I think that's the only sizes.
Time out.
And I buy a couple at Walmart.
Time out. You're not buying all those boxes for $50.
No.
So you're overpaying for boxes that are free.
Not really.
Now we know Caleb's strategy for taxes.
Oh yeah,
this is how he don't show a profit every year, guys.
Oh, it's not that much different.
Just buy your shipping supplies.
I'm telling you, it's not that much different.
Man, this is gonna stress me out. I ain't even kidding. Use priority stuff, man. It's free.
It ain't that much different. I promise you that.
It's free.
I know, but okay. if I buy an envelope, I buy my envelopes.
But we're not talking about envelopes.
Well, we are right now.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, listen. So if I keep these envelopes on hand that are priority, I can only use them for priority. Well,
correct.
90% of the time, if I have something going priority, I'm not putting it in an envelope anyway, because I'm going to pack it better than that.
But the envelopes are up for only for either padded flat rate or the. I mean, there's different ones. That's not even. I mean, that's its own separate thing. That's not just strictly just priority. It's a padded flat rate. It has its own label.
But it has to be priority, right? It can't be first class.
Oh, correct. It has not only does it have to be priority, it has to be padded flat rate priority. If it's the padded flat rate envelopes, it has.
And I can beat their price with a regular envelope.
Yes, on first class, you absolutely can.
And if it's going priority, I'm probably not sending it in an envelope.
But you're comparing two different things. You're comparing first class mail to priority. We're not talking about first class mail.
Okay, we're talking about priority. Let me say it another way.
Oh my goodness!
If this item that's going in this priority mail envelope, I have to send it priority mail. Okay, using that envelope, that means that this item weighs more than a pound, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to ship it in an envelope because it's probably going to be.
No, you're going to ship it in a priority box that's also free.
No.
Listen. Okay,
but I can still beat their prices.
Everybody in the comments, I love Caleb, but you're going to get roasted in the comments.
That's all right. Hey, I'm going to steal a line from a couple of resellers I watch right here. Okay, you ready for this?
Who is it?
Okay, I've watched some guy named the Old School Picker.
He has no idea what he's talking about.
He don't. And then I've watched some guy named the Commonwealth Picker, and they both say this.
He really don't know what he's talking about.
He don't. But listen, he does. But there is more than one way to resell.
There is, but you cannot compare free. Okay, where's the camera? Free in this hand, and not free in this hand.
Okay, free that cost $8.50 to ship, not free 50-cent box, but because it is not this priority blah 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 box, I just sent it for $1 less.
You still have to buy boxes. I'm not arguing you.
Yeah, but I sent it for less because it's not a particular size. You see what I'm saying? It's a win and a lose. It is a win and a lose. It's a win and a lose. I agree. Sometimes I lose.
Oh,
sometimes I win.
You lose every time you ship something priority in a 12 by 10 by 10 box when you could have shipped it in a free 12 by 12 by 8 box.
Sometimes.
Every time.
Sometimes. But listen, I'll give you a good example. I'll give you a really good
example. I want an example of how you don't lose money shipping it in a box that you're buying compared to shipping to a box that's free. I want to know.
I use my store credit.
You can use that store credit for first.
Well, no, I do buy my 12 by 10 by 8 box every time.
That's
I buy those every time.
Caleb's looking for a new co-host.
I buy the 12 by 10 by 8 every time with my store credit. I never pay for those, ever. I do pay sometimes for my 12 by 6 by 6 and my 8 by 6 by 4s. But I always clear the 12 by 10 by 8s with my store credit.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you part of the reason I do this.
I'm still
okay. It's a mindset thing too. This is part of the reason. Part of the reason is presentation.
No,
we are nuts. We are nuts when it comes to packing. Like we don't. Okay, if I'm
this goes back to your. Let me just go ahead and wrap this up. This goes back to your OCD.
It does, but you have to listen. This phone right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I sell that for $100 on eBay, you know how that's going to get shipped? It ain't going in an envelope. It's going to get wrapped with bubble wrap really good, probably about that thick.
Is it first class or priority?
Probably first class this time. But my point being, I want it to get there perfect. I've seen people do it like this, and I never like this. And if you do it like this, that's fine. I don't care. One person would take and they would put like a shampoo bottle in one of those flat rate cardboard sleeves, and that was how they'd ship it. I'm not doing that. Are they wrong? No. They can do that if they want to. I'm not doing that. But that's the good thing about reselling. Make it what you want it to be, right?
I'm going to go on record right now and say I'm going to go on record right now and say I was wrong when I said there's more than one way to do this.
Oh, no, you was right.
I was wrong. Caleb has proved me wrong. There's only one way to do this, and it's get free boxes, USPS.com. You know, I can't believe I did not know this about you.
I'll give you this example. This is the best example I have. One time I shipped some weights, and you have to be careful with heavy stuff, right? You just got to be careful with heavy stuff. And disclaimer, I don't ship to Alaska and Hawaii because of this. That I don't do because it will kill you. That will murder you. Okay. So I shipped some weights one time. I went to the post office and I got a medium flat rate box because the flat rate box was $14. My box was going to be like $40. So yes, that time, there are times I have used them. I don't generally keep them because I don't benefit that much from it.
Yeah, I'm not arguing flat rate. I don't know that I've used flat rate shipping other than the padded flat rate envelopes. I do use those from time to time. But other than those, I've not used a flat rate box in a couple of years, probably. Just to
I will admit this. I was getting ready to use the region rate A and B's.
Yeah.
And then you jinxed them and they took them away.
I know, man. I miss those too.
I was going to try those because those made sense.
Well, they still make sense because you know why? You can still use them. You just have to pay the priority shipping on it.
When you told me that you could ship an 8-pound item at a 2-pound rate, I'm like, that does make sense.
Yeah. Well,
and then they do away with them. But they did away with them because they was losing money.
Well, yes. But I've still got a big old stack of them. I don't know if you can see them. But you can use them now. You just have to weigh them, and whatever they weigh, they weigh.
Yep.
But you're telling me that you can ship something in your box for the same weight. Let's compare a 2-pound rate for cheaper than I can using my box.
No, I'm not saying necessarily cheaper. It really just depends. I'm not necessarily. I mean, sometimes, but it depends on the size. If you have an 8x6x4, okay, and your flat rate box is $8.50 or whatever it is, I don't even know. Huh?
I don't use flat rate.
Well, whatever. I mean, it's a set rate though, right? Is it not like a 12? You're talking about this box. I don't know. I know nothing about UPS boxes now. I chose not to.
Well, they're the same as your boxes, except they're free.
Yeah, but whatever.
Woo.
Have you got a headache now?
Yes, it's getting worse too.
Now, here's something for you to figure out.
Read the comments on this.
You figure out how I make a profit doing that, because I do.
I've not figured it out.
I do though. I mean,
but you can make
have
more.
To pick quality items though. You have to pick quality items. You can't. If you're selling a $3 item, you're
going to ship it first class.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Well, ground advantage.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to kill some of that.
Go online. Okay, after we're done here, I want you to go on USPS.com. I want you to order some number 7 boxes for sure.
Oh, that's
They're 12 by 12 by 8s. Mm-hmm. You can ship them anything you want to in it. I want you to go order some shoe boxes. I want you to go order some 1095s, 1097s, and 1092s. They're all shirt boxes, and they're everyone free. I want you to go order some number 4 boxes, which are 7 by 7 by 7s, absolutely free. Mm. And you will instantly make about 50 cents per item. Everything you ship priority more, because it's a free box. You're paying roughly average on a box 40 to 50 cents, correct?
Probably, yeah.
So I mean,
here's another item to consider.
I'm gonna do some quick math. Every 2 items is $1.
You brought this up a few minutes ago also. You're talking about the tax implications. Okay, I have sold almost 6,000 items on eBay in 2.5 years.
Right.
So let's just say 2,500 items a year. And let's just say 50 cents per item you just named off would be profit. So that's $12.50.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that am I going to get by turning in that I bought boxes? Half to three quarters.
I don't know about all that because I'm not.
I do because I've done the taxes. So
is it better? Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
It does help you. Guys. You know,
well,
when you have an expense and you claim that expense, it does help you on your taxes. Now, are you going to get all that back? No, you're not going to get it all back, but you're probably going to get half to more. It just depends on.
So you could have made $600 more.
Possibly. Depends on your taxes. Everybody's different.
I'm going to.
This don't work for everybody.
Hey, can you link your tax guy down below?
This guy.
Oh, Ray's getting ready to have a celly. Ray's going to have a celly in the old federal prison.
We've lost focus on this podcast.
This is all over the place.
We've got so much left. Look, we got so much we got to mention right here. We're just done.
I know, and I need to hurry. Okay, let's read this other email real quick. We got the summer update email, also from eBay. That was just the shipping, and boy, oh boy, that blew my mind a lot more.
The summer update's going to be fun. Yeah.
All right, summer update 2023 seller update. There was talked about a lot about stuff going on with the seller update, but there was one particular thing I wanted to discuss real quick. What's in every update? What's in every update that you've ever got from eBay?
Probably the one about we're going to fix unpaid blah,
ding,
blah, blah.
Ding, 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 ding. You are the winner.
Hey, I don't know if this has anything to do with that, but I got a buyer dispute the other day. Somebody disputed an item instead of contacting me and saying it don't work or whatever. They didn't even tell me what was wrong with it in the dispute. They called their bank or credit card company and disputed the charge.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
But why? I have no explanation.
Scammers.
But on eBay's side, the dispute says item not as described, but it gives you no details. And it's like, well, how do I know to fight this? I have no idea what they're claiming is wrong.
Yeah.
So I challenged it and I sent pictures of all my descriptions, and they'll probably take my money. But I mean, it's kind of a,
if you show, usually they'll reward it in your favor, because eBay, is it one that eBay said you don't have to do nothing, they're going to fight for you?
They just said upload evidence that
tracking number, right?
Well, evidence. It didn't say tracking number. It just said evidence. I put some pictures. I copied the description, so on and so forth. But they should reward it in your favor if you show a delivery status. But what, I don't. That's just crazy. But it was a scammer. I'm almost 1,000% sure, because they had one feedback, and guess who that one feedback was?
Yours.
Mine.
Yeah. That's another reason why you should only leave feedback for once you receive feedback.
Well, I'm not going to argue that one. You might be right about that one. But
I'm right about
I just rewarded a horrible, I don't know, maybe they have a legit excuse, but
they
didn't tell me what it was.
Tell them, send the item back. That's all you got to do.
I mean, if they could just take a picture, if it came broken or something, I mean, give me something legit. Don't just file a claim. I don't know. Next.
Under that email, under the fees and financials, what you need to know: improvements that reduce unpaid items for buy it now, and best offer listings, changes to buy it now purchases, and best offer updates. Okay. And it says, just going to skim through it real quick. How many times has this been talked about? Reducing unpaid items for best offer and buy it now items. We know the long-standing challenges unpaid items have caused many of you, and we have been continuously working to make improvements for a better seller experience. We've already taken steps. We've already taken steps to reduce unpaid items for buy it now sales. I have immediate payment on that. So you can't buy my items unless you give me immediate payment.
Me too.
I done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've already buy it now sales, and we're now working on extending these updates to best offer listings as well. In initial testings, we've already seen significant improvements in successful payments on best offer items, and continue to track these trends as we roll out these features. Best offer updates. We're testing a new feature that requires. Okay, listen. First thing I want to say is, this explains bad sales over the last few weeks. Every time they do updates for me, it tanks my sales, and I can't wait till they roll out more. So
me too, usually, yes.
Go ahead and mark it down. This next month is going to be horrible. We're testing a new feature that requires buyers to add a payment method on file before making offers on best offer listings.
They've only been doing that for 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. After you accept the offer, eBay will collect payment from the buyer's payment method automatically, and buyers won't have to return to eBay to complete the purchase. We will continue to roll out this feature to most best offer listings over the coming weeks. Once launched, these changes will apply to most buyer offers. Most. I love how they always put that.
Yes, sir.
So you won't need to update or make changes to the best offer listings. We are also working on adapting this feature for seller initiated offers and counter offers. What are your thoughts, Caleb?
I will give you my analysis really quick. I'll believe it when I see it.
Exactly.
I don't believe it.
That was my exact analysis as well. I believe it when I see it, because this has been, if you're not familiar with eBay, eBay sends out a spring update, a summer update, a fall update, and a winter update every quarter.
We love them so much.
And this has been in every update for the last 3 years at least. So that would probably
we're fixing it. We're fixing it. And it's not fixed yet. So
I canceled, I think, 2 or 3 orders this weekend from unpaying buyers.
So I did one the other day. Yeah.
Just as Caleb said, I'll believe it when I see it. There's other topics in the seller update, the summer update. Won't talk about all of them, but I did want to make mention that they are working on unpaid buyers. Now, why? Whatnot's got this figured out. They're a brand new platform. Macari has this figured out. They're relatively a new platform. I believe Posh, I never sold or bought anything on Posh, but I believe Posh requires that. eBay been around for 25 years and still don't have it figured out. And it, you know, you said I had a headache a minute ago. It's nothing in comparison to that, because that just absolute. And I know it's probably very technical and blah, 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 but quit saying you're rolling it out when you ain't rolling it out.
Yeah. Kicking the ball down the hallway don't count. Yeah. It don't count. That is why I turned off best offers over a year ago. I don't mess with it. I send offers.
Right. So you still deal with it then.
I deal with it because that, send offers works out 80% of the time, probably.
Yeah.
But I sold I don't know if you've seen that, those items. I have the old Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis case that you can put the console in and the games. I sold the Super Nintendo one. I took $30 off the price for a guy. He sent a counter offer. I counter offered. He sent another counter offer, and I accepted. So he was like right there. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as I accepted, he disappeared. 4 days later, I've heard nothing. I sent the invoice. I sent a reminder. Nothing. So he had 2,500 feedback. Good. I'm kind of worried. Did the guy pass away, or because
that's a little odd.
It's honestly a little odd and he's.
Did you look to see if he is a seller?
He is. He sold stuff.
Does he have one of those for sale?
Didn't look at that. That's a good idea.
He may be your competition, and he may have locked you out for a few days.
He may have, but he just got. I mean, I don't know what exactly they do, but they say they give them a little ding on their account.
Right.
I don't know what that ding is. I've never done that, but
right. Yeah.
But crazy. I don't know.
Have you canceled it already?
Oh yeah, it got canceled yesterday. I think it was.
Yeah, I think you can. They supposedly you get a ding on your account for non-paying buyer, but
I think so.
I think you can get like 3 or 4 of those in a year. So,
I mean, just be strategic with them. I guess I don't know. I don't do that, but
no, I don't either. But
and I know drop shippers will play that game too, but I don't know. whatever.
Did you block him?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I always block those people.
I don't play games. If you don't want to pay, I'm sorry.
That's all right, so we better move along since we had the shipping gate, not Watergate, not bubble gate, but shipping gate 2023. But comments of the week, because I want to talk about that for just a minute too. I got to retrieve my pen because I threw it through my shed a minute ago.
You threw your pen through the wall because of all that drama.
That was a lot.
Okay.
Still scratching my head on that one. But yeah, comment of the week. Go.
All right, here you go. Comment of the week. This is from, I forgot to put the name. Okay, hold on. Okay, Angie's Oddities 8692. I believe she's been our comment of the week before, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Caleb, you mentioned BBC DVDs a while ago. You said pick them up when you find them. I ran across some today at an estate sale. When I went to look at the comps, guess whose listing popped up?
Boom.
The Old Paths.
The Old Paths.
He said, I had to laugh. Thanks for the tip. I just spent $80 on a whole huge box of BBC DVDs. I say congratulations. That's awesome. And I think you found some too, didn't you? Like,
I found a real good one the other day. I've got it.
Yeah. And man, they're surprisingly good.
Oh, they're really good. And this one was new sealed. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I've got it listed for like $85. And
oh yeah, it's crazy.
I'm a little higher on mine, but mine I think was the only one new sealed on eBay at the moment. So I'm kind of shooting for the moon on it. I think I paid like $1 for it. So
wow,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, those
good
BBCs and Acorns are
they're good too.
Station. Yeah, they're pretty good too. They don't seem to be as good, but I have found some really good ones too. Yeah, Acorn TV. So Acorn TV and BBC, any of that stuff is
at least worth checking out. At least look it up.
Well, it's always usually worth, even used condition. It's, I mean, like the cheap ones are like $15-$20.
Yeah.
But some of them can be hundreds of dollars, especially if they're sealed.
I've had a couple of them like that.
All right. So you ready to go down this rabbit hole for my comment of the week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, my comment of the week is not from our channel, but it's from let's see, the other podcast out there, Trash to Cash podcast.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I came in late to this party.
So on let's see, what episode is this? Episode 87 of the Trash to Cash podcast.
Here you go, giving free promotion.
Yeah, I know. Nick Picker 158 wrote, so you talking to the guys at Trash to Cash. So you shout out Flip the World's podcast, In the Loop podcast, never even heard of it, Reseller Clickbait podcast, but
heard
still,
of those guys.
Yeah, but still no shout out for the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. LOL, I understand why they hate you guys.
Oh wow.
So Dave of ADH Dave actually screenshotted that and sent it to me on Instagram. Because I do watch Trash to Cash podcast. I will admit I watch those guys, and but I don't read their comments usually. I don't even write a comment usually. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. But when he screenshotted me that comment, I had to go on and respond. And actually, they responded first, Trash to Cash. And this is probably Dave. I don't want to speculate, but I would say it's Dave. LOL. First off, they do not hate us. Second off, we have shouted them out multiple times. Okay, that's the comment I want to address because that's a lie.
It all comes down to what you define a shout out as.
Yeah, that's a lie. I'm calling bull on that. I'm calling lie on that.
And I want to know, how does Dave know we don't hate them?
Yeah, well,
I'm
not done yet.
I'm just playing.
And Nick Picker came back and said at Trash to Cash podcast, yeah, I know, I'm just kidding, because they were begging, capital letters, for a shout out. But I'm pretty sure you haven't actually said the name of the podcast in a Trash to Cash yet, unless I missed it. I listened to each. Now listen, he's listening to each episode of theirs a few times a week. He better be listening to us at least once. I listen to each episode a few times each week, playing in the background while working. Love you guys. Happy picking. So I came on there and responded under Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast and said, first off, we don't beg for shout outs. And second, we are on the fence with that Commonwealth Picker guy.
Yeah.
And then I, of course, said, wait, of course, we do beg for shout outs, and the Trash to Cash guys are great friends and people. But Nick Picker 158 is right. We have never had a worthy shout out other than a few mentions from Kevin, which are usually cut off really quickly by Dave. I mean, this has been a very one-sided relationship because I have watched every single minute of every episode of Trash to Cash podcast, and they have probably never suffered through one episode of the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, which, hey, not sure that I blame them.
Yeah, I mean,
and then,
yeah.
Yeah. And then American Arbitrage comes in there and says, hey, I watched like 7 or 8 minutes of the new episode. And I said, that is right along our average watch time. Not really, but that's funny. And Nick Picker came back and said, I've been trying to get y'all a shout out, but they just won't do it. I think they are afraid. Now, he is right on the money right here.
Yes, sir.
I think they are afraid your way better podcast will eventually overtake theirs. Love your podcast too, OSP. I listen to every one of yours as well. So he does listen to ours, but only once. So what's up with that, Nick Picker? And I said, I appreciate that. We just need to offer Commonwealth Picker more money than Dave and Carrie gave him.
We don't have that kind of money.
We don't have that kind of money. But yeah. So
I did go in there and I finally made it to that party, and I said, something. I can't remember what did I say? You got it pulled up.
How did I miss all the great comment drama? We love the Trash to Cash guys. Well, Carrie, anyways, and I highly doubt they're worried about these two old guys.
Yeah, there you go.
So very interesting.
I'll go on record and say, a lot of people give Carrie crap about being the third guy. He's my favorite.
You hear that, Carrie?
Yep.
Caleb called you the third guy.
Yep. But you're my favorite third guy.
I've been thinking about this whole thing, though. I think we need to reach out to this Commonwealth Flipper guy.
He's probably better than the Commonwealth Picker guy.
Yes. So we maybe can get him, and he's old. He's an old guy, too. So
he counts.
So maybe we can reach out to Commonwealth Flipper and see if he wants to be the third guy on this channel.
Yeah. He would qualify.
So, comments of the week, sales of the week. Sales of the week. We ain't talked about sales of the week.
Oh, sales of the week.
Yeah, you've got some good ones. I don't want to hear. Here's the part where Caleb brags.
I'm not going to brag. Well, just a little. No, I'm not going to brag. I've had a really good week. I mean, blessed beyond measure.
You could have made 50 cents more per item on this.
I could have made another $4 off of this. I mean,
it just really disturbs me. You don't get free priority boxes. It does. I'm not going to lie to you.
You want to have just like a counseling session with me over that?
No, I'm going to order some through your address and send them to you.
Oh gosh.
Oh
my goodness.
Truckload.
Oh boy. Okay. For my sale of the week, I had a Louis Vuitton hat sale for $330.
That sounds like bragging.
I'm not bragging. You asked me what my sale of the week was.
Well, my sale of the week ain't number one, it ain't $330, but number two, it's not my most expensive sale. It's my most interesting sale.
Okay, go ahead. Well, mine was too.
But it's your most expensive too.
Both.
Right. No, that is a good sale. Louis Vuitton baseball hat, right?
Just a baseball cap, yeah. Like I don't know. I guess it was like a vinyl leathery material. Mm-hmm. Just a baseball cap, man.
Yeah.
The best one I ever had was like $100 before that.
Yeah. $330. It's
a lot of money.
Nice. Did you send it priority?
I did. I boxed that thing. I don't follow the old school picker rule of always boxing hats either. So now you got two things to.
You boxed that hat. You didn't put
I boxed that hat.
Yeah,
Tanya actually boxed that hat. We bagged it.
Yeah.
And padded it really well and boxed it. So, yes, it got 5-star treatment all the way.
Well, you could have shipped it in a free USPS priority box.
But I paid 40 cents for the box, so it's no big deal.
Right. 40 cents hurt you on that $330 sale. Though.
It wiped out all my profits.
My sale of the week is not my most expensive sale, although it's close because, like I said, my week stunk. But anyways, it's a vintage Knight Rider thermos.
Oh, that was cool.
1983 Kit. Kit was the name of the Knight Rider car.
Yep.
Universal Studios 8-ounce. It sold for $34.99, but I had it scheduled in my drafts for, because I'm a few days ahead on that. Mm-hmm. And I always look the morning before and see what's going to drop that day. Well, I noticed it was going to drop. I was like, it's a pretty good item. It should sell quick. It dropped at 12 o'clock. I think it sold at like 12:05.
Wow.
It sold quick. And then I showed it in a video where I'd picked it up a few weeks ago. And one of my viewers commented and said, hey, I want that vintage Knight Rider thermos, not the lunchbox, just the thermos only. He said, I want that.
Video. Yeah.
He said, I want that. When's it drop? And I was like, man, that thing dropped and sold already. So, yeah, that thing sold quick.
You just lost the sub, man.
Well, no, probably. When I listed it, I noticed there was a bunch of lunch boxes with the thermos listed for, $60, $70. And I was like, but there was only one other thermos listed. And actually it was sold. It was a sold listing. And I thought, there's somebody out there that's got this lunchbox that ain't got this thermos. So I listed it, and man, that thing sold within 5 minutes. So
that's
pretty
good.
Cool sale. I love sales like that. $35, man. That's not 330. But
not everybody has to pay for their boxes either. So
well, that one was a first classer, so I did have to pay for my box.
See.
Well, I'm not arguing the first class boxes. They don't provide first class boxes, but they do provide. Oh, I just sold something else just then.
Who's bragging now?
Huh? Ooh, good sale.
Who's bragging now?
Man, that's a $50 Zippo lighter.
Yeah, who's bragging now? See?
See? Yeah. Man, I've had a good day on eBay today. I needed it because my last week has been bad. 281.51 now.
See there? Good day.
For the week. Hey. For the week. Yep. And extra 50 cents on my priority boxes.
Yeah, you made a killing right there.
It adds up.
It does. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with that. Okay. Do you want a shed update?
Yes.
Tomorrow it's coming.
Ooh.
Tomorrow.
Ooh, the first thing that I thought of when you said that?
What's that?
No competition of you at yard sales tomorrow.
Oh, no, it's coming in the afternoon.
Ah.
So, yes, there's competition still. Yes. Right. Sorry, there will be competition.
Okay.
But it'll be here somewhere around the afternoon time. He's supposed to call me with a more definite time. But, yes, it is on its way.
Now, are you going to move into it immediately, or are you going to get it hooked up, wiring, or what?
Hey, all I got to do is run a wire to it from my house, literally 100 feet, and come up and put a breaker box. I can do that at any time. So, yeah, I'm moving in like that.
So maybe there won't be no competition Friday. Maybe Caleb.
Oh, there'll be competition Friday. Yeah. I'll do that like on Monday evening, Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening before church. You ain't going to knock me out that easy. Plus, you don't start till like lunchtime now. So
that's true.
Yep.
All right. You got somebody up on your big screen back there, I see.
I do. This is Mizra's Lucky 7 auction of Lucky 7 auction. This is Nathaniel's wife, Ashley. And we went into her whatnot. I've got a quick little story. I got to tell this. Hopefully she won't beat me up for this, but we bought a couple things. She has a great auction, does a great job. Just enjoyed watching it, had a good time. Nathaniel was in the background, and Gracie, you could hear him. But she sent us our stuff. It came today, and this was in the package, a free gift of candy. But I want y'all to pay attention. Do you see that one and that one?
Yep.
What did Chris call old man candy?
Yep. For all the audio listeners, he actually sent him a bag of candy, and it's full of Jolly Ranchers.
Yes, she listens to us. I appreciate that. I'm taking that as a compliment.
Yep.
Okay. No, I appreciate her sending that. That was very sweet.
Yeah, had one piece of butterscotch and one piece of Werther's Original, which is notorious old man candy. Oh, speaking of old man candy, you ain't done your dad joke.
Okay, I will. Let me do this before I forget.
Oh, sorry.
So we also bought something from Nathaniel's, which is both of them still. Lucky 7 auction on Whatnot. We bought a few things from him the other day too. And I still didn't tell the story. Don't let me forget to tell this story about Ashley. Okay, Anyway. So he sent me this for my birthday. I'm going to try to get this to focus, guys. Hopefully it will. Anyway, there it is. Roman Widow's Might bite-sized bronze coin. That came in my package, and it said, "Happy birthday." You got one too. How cool. But, I mean, that is just cool. That's going, okay, for Ashley and Nathaniel, this is going in my office at church. I'm going to put this out for people to see because I love this. This is so cool. So that's getting displayed.
What's the date on yours?
BC 50 to 400 AD.
Mine's BC 49 to 400 AD.
It is not. You're such a liar.
No, Ashley and Nathaniel, go check them out on YouTube, Lucky 7 Auction, and also Whatnot, Lucky 7 Auction, and Mrs.
MRS, Mrs.
Lucky 7 Auction. They both have Whatnot channels, and also she has a YouTube channel, which is what's up on the screen below.
Yep, that's her right there.
So everybody go check them out.
She's got about the same amount of, I think she's got about what we got in terms of subscribers. I can't see it on there, but anyway, I just messed it up. But anyway, yeah, she's doing good. But these guys are like awesome people. I mean, you're talking about good people. These are the best. But let me tell you the story before I forget this. Okay. So we go into her Whatnot. Well, we get there at the tail end, like the last 5 minutes. We see the last thing sell, and I'm like, oh, man, I wanted to buy something, try to support these guys. So Tanya pops off, and she's like, why don't you tip them? I said, yeah, let's tip them. So we send a tip, not blowing our own horn or anything, but we wanted to support them, so we sent a tip. And she's like, oh, you can hear her in the background kind of do that, and it gets silent. And I'm like, is she crying or is she emotional? And she was so excited and so happy. We was her first tip ever.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
On her channel. So here's a challenge for everybody. If you go over there and watch them, send her a tip, man. Just $1, $5, whatever. Show Ashley and Nathaniel some love over on Whatnot.
You want me to tell you the best part? No, this is being serious. The best part about tipping people on Whatnot takes 0 of that percentage. If you tip someone $10, that person gets the whole $10. Yeah. I didn't even know that until I done a show, because everywhere, if you do super chats on YouTube, super stick, YouTube or Google, who owns YouTube, takes a percentage of that. Buy me a coffee, they take a percentage of that. Whatnot on tips takes 0%, which
that was pretty cool.
Big, in my opinion. I can't believe they do that, to be honest with you. I can't believe there's not at least a processing fee for that.
It's on the tipper side. Did you notice that?
Oh, okay.
If you tip $10, it's like 50-something cents.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they do it, but the buyer or the seller who you're tipping gets every bit of what you tip, actually.
That's big. That's huge.
That's huge. But listen, that's not the whole story either, right? So we tipped her. She was just emotionally happy, ecstatic that happened, that somebody would tip her. Outside of Nathaniel, he was her only other tip. So the girls are sitting in the back seat. We're driving down the road, right? And they said, tip her again, we'll pay for it. So I real quick, because they're going off the air, I'm like, boom, boom, send it. And she's like, oh my gosh. She just starts again. And she's like, you guys are too much. And I put a comment out there. I said, this is from the kids. They said tip her again. And she said, you tell them kids to quit that. They're just, too much or something. Just sweet people. I mean, you could not ask for better people. Just awesome people. And look, I support the community. I ain't saying I don't. So I don't want anybody to say, oh, he's nitpicking and picking just who he wants. I'm not. But when you find just good, salt of the earth people that, I mean, just treat everybody good, you got to take care of people like that. You know? I mean,
if you want somebody to support on YouTube or Whatnot or whatever, it's going to be hard to find anybody better than Nathaniel and Ashley.
And got the prettiest baby. Prettiest baby. Yep.
So, yeah. You know how at the end of the video or at the end of every episode, I kind of always throw out something to let us know if people are still watching, because this is the longest episode.
Yeah, man, you've talked forever.
For just a minute. When Caleb first got on here tonight, I said, hey, man, I got to do a quick episode because I got a lot to do. I got to get this episode up because we're filming this on Wednesday.
Then he wouldn't be quiet.
Oh, it's my fault about the shipping deal.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I was like, man, we got to hurry.
I'm going to click that on real quick.
Okay. And
about that.
This has been the longest episode ever. So shout out if you're still listening. But here's what I want you to do if you're still listening. Go to Trash to Cash Podcast.
Oh, no.
Last episode, whatever their last episode will be.
Oh, God.
And tell them 2 old guys deserve a shout out. I want at least 5 or 10 people to do that. Please.
Wow. You're going to get us banned.
The definition of
You're going to get us banned from ever being mentioned on that show.
Well, I'm hoping they'll at least dog us. Because
they will. But they'll never say our name.
Oh, make sure you write Caleb said that too.
No, he did not.
I didn't say he did. I just said for them to say he did.
Wow.
All right. So final words. Are you good?
You want your dad joke now?
Oh, dad joke. Sorry.
Okay. Where do polar bears keep their money?
Oh, the ice bank.
That's close. It's the snowbank.
Snowbank. Oh, yes. You know how I knew that one?
How?
When I was looking up the blame the dryer for shrinking our clothes, turns out it was the refrigerator. I seen that joke.
Oh, you probably was on the same website I was on.
Darn Google.
Yep.
All right. This has been episode 11 of the 2 Old Guys Reselling Podcast. Thank you guys for enjoying. Remember to go leave a comment under Trash to Cash Podcast and tell them 2 Old Guys Reselling Podcast is the best podcast that no one's ever heard of. How about that?
That's probably true.
That's probably true. We're probably the best that no one's ever heard of. The reason no one's ever heard of us is because they don't ever talk about us over there.
That is true. Yeah.
So, and make sure you leave in our comments about how Caleb is doing shipping totally wrong and how he needs to go on USPS and order some free.
You just wait for my comments on your next old school picker videos.
I just want to say free priority boxes.
Free.
So thank you guys for watching. 2 Old Guys out.